Your city is burned, your temple is in ruins, and you are a young captive in chains, being marched thousands of miles to the capital of a hostile empire. You've lost everything except your faith. They want to turn you into the invader's perfect servant, to change your name, your language, and your deepest convictions. This is the story of Daniel, a young man who didn't just survive in Babylon, but became an advisor to 4 kings, unlocked the mysteries of the future, and stood firm where death was a certainty. This is a tale of staying true to yourself when the entire world around you demands a betrayal. In 605 BC, the Babylonian king Nebuchadnezzar conquered Jerusalem. Among the captives were Daniel and his 3 friends, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. They were teenagers from noble families, intelligent, healthy, and handsome. The king ordered the best of them to be recruited for a program of total assimilation, teaching them the wisdom and language of the Chaldeans. They were given new names, new identities. Daniel was renamed Belteshazzar. The king assigned them daily rations from his own table, the finest wine and meat. But for these young men, it was a trap. The royal food had been offered to idols and violated their dietary laws. Daniel made a firm decision. He would not defile himself. He approached the chief of the officials and asked for permission not to eat the royal food. The official was terrified.
If the king sees you looking worse than the other young men, he'll have my head.
Daniel proposed a 10-day experiment.
Give us nothing but vegetables and water for 10 days. Then compare us to those who eat from the king's table.
After 10 days, Daniel and his friends looked healthier and stronger than all the others. God gave them not only health, but incredible insight. When their training ended, Nebuchadnezzar interviewed them personally and found them 10 times more capable than all the magicians and enchanters in his entire kingdom. One night, Nebuchadnezzar had a terrifying dream. He woke up in a rage, but realized he couldn't remember what he had seen. He summoned his wise men and gave an impossible ultimatum.
Tell me my dream and explain its meaning. If you don't, I will have you cut into pieces and your houses turned into rubble.
The wise men pleaded.
No one on earth can do this, king. Only the gods, and they don't live among men.
Furious, the king ordered the execution of all the wise men of Babylon, including Daniel. When the executioners arrived, Daniel remained remarkably calm. He asked for a little time and gathered his friends to pray. That very night, God revealed the mystery to him. Daniel stood before the king.
There is a God in heaven who reveals mysteries,
he said. Daniel described the dream. A massive statue with a head of gold, chest of silver, thighs of bronze, legs of iron, and feet made of a mixture of iron and clay. Then, a stone appeared, cut out but not by human hands, and struck the statue's feet, shattering it to dust. Then the stone became a great mountain. Daniel explained.
The gold head is you, Nebuchadnezzar. But after you, other kingdoms will rise, each weaker than the last. But the stone is the eternal kingdom of God, which will never be destroyed.
The king fell on his knees before the captive youth and made him ruler over the entire province of Babylon. While Daniel was rising in power, his friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, were facing the fire. Nebuchadnezzar built a massive golden statue and ordered everyone to bow down to it whenever the music played. Anyone who refused would be thrown instantly into a blazing furnace. Daniel's 3 friends refused. The king was in a literal white-hot rage.
What God will be able to rescue you from my hand?
He shouted. They replied,
Our God is able to save us, but even if he does not, We will not serve your gods."
The king ordered the furnace heated 7 times hotter than usual. The flames were so intense they killed the soldiers who threw the men inside. But when Nebuchadnezzar looked into the fire, he turned pale with fear.
Didn't we throw 3 men bound into the fire? I see 4 men walking around untied, and the 4th looks like a son of God.
He ordered them to come out. Not a hair on their heads was singed, and they didn't even smell like smoke. Once again, the king recognized the greatness of their God. Decades passed. Nebuchadnezzar died, and Belshazzar took the throne. He threw a massive decadent party where he arrogantly drank wine from the gold cups stolen from the temple in Jerusalem. Suddenly, a human hand appeared in midair and began writing mysterious words on the wall. Mene, mene, tekel, parsin. The king's face turned pale. He was so scared his knees knocked together. No one could read the script. They remembered the old man, Daniel. He came and read the verdict.
God has numbered the days of your reign and brought it to an end. You have been weighed on the scales and found wanting. Your kingdom is divided and given to your enemies.
That very night, Belshazzar was killed, and the city was taken by the Persians. Daniel, once again, was needed by the new administration. The new king, Darius, valued Daniel so much that he planned to set him over the entire empire. This sparked jealousy among the other officials. They knew Daniel was blameless, so they decided to trap him using his faith. They convinced the king to sign a law. For 30 days, no one could pray to anyone except the king. Anyone who broke the law would be thrown to the lions. Daniel knew about the decree, but he went home, opened his windows toward Jerusalem, and, just as he always did, knelt to pray 3 times a day. He was caught. Darius was devastated because he liked Daniel, but he couldn't change the law. Daniel was thrown into a deep pit of hungry lions. The king couldn't sleep all night. At dawn, he ran to the pit and cried out,
"Daniel, has your God been able to rescue you?"
From the depths came a calm voice.
May the king live forever. My God sent his angel, and he shut the mouths of the lions. I was found innocent in his sight, and have done no wrong to you, your majesty.
Daniel was pulled out without a single scratch. His enemies were then thrown into the same pit, and the lions crushed them before they even hit the bottom. Daniel's story is proof that you can be at the center of a foreign culture and hold a high-pressure job, yet remain 100% faithful to your roots. Daniel lived over 80 years in exile, but he never compromised his principles. He showed that true power isn't in the hands of kings, but in the hands of the one who moves the stars and guides history. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these stories about strength of spirit and loyalty, make sure to hit that like button. It's the best way to support the channel. Subscribe so we can keep exploring the lives of great people from the past together. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you never miss an episode. Let me know in the comments. Which scene from Daniel's life impacted you more? The fiery furnace or the lion's den? See you in the next one.